So when you start, like every week you go in and it's like, hey, I'm stronger than I was
Yeah.
last week, right?
Yes.
Do you remember a point where you were like, it's been a year, or where there was like a long period of time where you had been kind of like in a rut about your training, and realized like how deeply you were fiending for that little jump?
Yeah, like so it's kind of like in that third year that I was in a rut because I just got kind of off of a pretty, I wouldn't say too bad, but a pretty bad knee injury. So I couldn't give my all on squat, so that was kind of lacking. And really focusing on just bench and deadlift, and it was really hard for my like to keep focusing on just trust the process to get to certain weights without throwing more weight on there and hurting my knee even more. So yeah, I had to learn very quickly how to pull back and really dial things in before
Hmm.
getting even worse off.
Yeah. Yeah, one of the things that keeps coming up in the podcast, is like when it's appropriate to be passionate about something and when it's appropriate to be
Yes.
dispassionate about something, right? And so, like, a lot of
Absolutely.
times, like, it's real important to be passionate about executing whatever it is that you're supposed to be doing. But,
Yeah.
like, when you got to sit down and come up with a plan or come up with a meat strategy or whatever, that's the time to kind of take that passion and put it on the back burner and, think for a
Yeah.
little bit.
You definitely do. Like, I had to go through a few months of uh, rehab on my knee and figure out different techniques to help my knee get better so I didn't disrupt anything that was going on with the physical therapy. It was hard. It was hard. It was like I had to grow up in a sense really quickly in the weight room compared to like, 17, 18-year-old Logan kind of a thing.
Hmm.
I had to pull back a lot. So,
Yeah. I mean, that's a big milestone. I think that ability to grow up is what makes people who are really successful versus people who aren't,
yes.
you know?
Yeah,
Yes.
I don't think. I bet you could eliminate 80% of lifters from that first major injury.
Yeah.
Like most
Yes.
people don't ever come back, at least in a meaningful way.
Hmm.
Like that's already like, you were talking about passion versus dispassion. Like making a plan and doing prehab like that. You're like equating that to like the dispassion. That might be even more
Hmm.
passion because you're like, all right, I can't throttle up. Like I got to do all this little
Yes.
shit. Like that
Yeah.
takes even more passion.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
what's happening to us, where we're just like, we've done it for a long time and we're old and we're busy and we're stressed out. Like that's like, it looks the same, but
Hmm.
ours is right. Like
Hmm.
one and the other is like super focused. Like okay, if I'm gonna get to a 1,000 pound squat, I need to right now not do it,
Hmm.
and
Exactly.
that takes a lot.
Yeah.
Yes. I learned really quickly, like, how the importance of like hypertrophy work and accessory work was. Because at the beginning, it was like I would do like a 5x5 or a 3x5, something like that, and do maybe like some paw squats, and that would be kind of it. Maybe get an arm pump and get the hell out of the gym, which was stupid. I'm doing legs. Why am I getting an arm pump? But it it was basically, for the girls kind of a thing. But
Curls for the
um,
girls.
exactly. But I learned very quickly after that knee injury, like the focusing on single leg movements, hypertrophy work, bodybuilding going into powerlifting kind of a thing. So it
Hmm.
was big, big milestones in my programming for sure.